Hi everyone, I'm Needlecraft Danny. This is flosstube number 148. And basically it's the first update video of the new year. It's the 1st of January 2023. But basically for me it is the wrap up of 2022 to just show you the last progress from last year, and I can finish up this video and then I will do my whip parade. So basically you won't see any more progress in the whip parade if you saw all my videos, which includes the Flossmas videos. And I know that a lot of people don't watch Flossmas just because there are so many videos out there every day. Not everyone has the time, and I totally understand that. Nevertheless, I'm not going to show you my all the projects I stitched on during Flossmas, because that's basically a whip parade and that's the whole point of my next video. So that just wouldn't make any sense. I'm going to show you what I stitched on after my last Flossmas video. I'm going to talk about a little bit about everything I did during Flossmas, and yeah, then I'm going to upload this video, this update video, and get started with my whip parade, which we'll see if I'm going to upload today. It is the plan, but it's going to be a super long video, and yeah, I'm already doing this video, and so I'm just trying to upload today, but I might run out of time, but we'll see about that. So for this video then, I actually brought my crochet and knitting project as well, just to give you a little bit of a longer video, because basically when I started my Flossmas videos, so in my last update video, I had 2 projects left where I hadn't finished my year-end goal on yet. I finished one of those goals before I even started with Flossmas video, and the second one I then did during my Flossmas videos. And after I finished both of my goals, I had finished all of my goals, and I then decided to rotate through my projects once again, starting with the one where I finished my goal on first, and then moving on to the one I finished my goal on last. Stitched one day on each of those projects. Some days were really bad stitching days and I only got about 50 stitches in or something like that. So yeah, on some projects you just really didn't miss much. And on the 23rd of December, I was done with rotating through them, or on the 23rd I stitched on the last of my projects. So on the 24th was my last Flossmas update video, and I started with one project to stitch on during the rest of the year. I flew home on the 24th, was with my parents until the 27th, and I think I did 150 stitches in those 4 days. And then I came back home and I still had quite a lot to do and was back to work, all those things. And I think over that whole week I did about 1,000 stitches, which for me is not a lot. On some projects I do that in a day. Others take me longer. This project is actually one I thought I would be fairly fast, but yeah, it's just I did not have the time, and that was totally okay. It was bonus stitching. I was done with all my goals, so I'm fine with that. The project I'm talking about is Mini Cinderella by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Alexandre Dawn. This is going to be the finished piece. I wanted this as my bonus stitching at the end of the year because I really want to finish it. I now have about 14,000 stitches left to the finish, which is still quite a lot, considering I just needed 1 week for 1,000 stitches. But I think I can finish it fairly fast, and that is kind of the goal for next year. So that's why I wanted to have it as my bonus stitching, to already get as much into this project as possible. So I'm going to show you a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it, which will be a picture out of my Flossmas videos. Not going to put in one out of my last update videos, I think. I probably should have thought about that before. I'm going to put first a picture of what it looked like in my last update video. Then I'm going to put a picture of what it looked like after the Flossmas video. So after one complete day stitching on this. And then I'm back and show you what I did. And this is where I'm at right now. With this one, I have the first 4 pages, so the first row of pages done, and page number 5 is also done. So I have 7 pages left, and basically I go through the pages, pick the highest color up in the page that's still missing, do 1 length of thread, and then I move on to the next page and do the exact same thing. And that's how I work through the pages. So basically I did more progress everywhere. A lot up here. Over here in that white part over there, and I think I did more over here, and quite a bit more over here and here, roundabout. So yeah, as I said, about 1,000 stitches since my last Flossmas video, and I think maybe more than 1,000, and the one day stitching I got on this one was kind of a good day, maybe. I think I got close to 2,000 stitches. I think. I'm not sure. This is stitched on a 28 count light blue even weave. I'm stitching 1/1 full cross, and the needle minder is from Denkai Designs. With this one, the most used color is Crochet number 032, and a very fine braid. And I did not want to stitch that much with Crochet, so I decided to go with the Crochet blending filament in the color 032, as well as 1 strand of B5200, and that's what I did for that. So yeah, getting closer and closer to the end. I'm now at, I think, over 66% done, something like that. So getting closer. This is Mini Cinderella, and that's the only project I stitched on since my Flossmas videos. So now let's move to crochet and knitting. I do enjoy crochet and knitting, and I probably could be the same with my crochet and knitting as I am with my stitching, meaning 1,000 projects at the same time and not finishing any of that. And I really don't want to do that. That's why I decided to just limit myself to 1 crochet project at a time and 1 knitting project at a time. If something comes up, for example, I had a crochet project. I was doing a sweater, summer sweater for me. And then I decided I want to crochet my own curtains. So I put the summer sweater aside, did not stitch on that for the last, I think, 2 years, 1.5 years. And now I'm concentrating on doing my curtains, which I started 1.5 years ago. I'm still nowhere close. But yeah, at least it's the plan. Yeah, so those curtains. Basically, I crochet those squares, and then I will put those squares next to each other, sew them together, or crochet them together, and that's going to be my curtain. So I have 4 of those squares completely blocked, and another 8 I'm done with the crochet part. I still have to block them, but they are done. So I have 12 so far. I think I need about 30 to 35. Still a lot to do. Next year, I think I want to do a lot more crochet and knitting while travel stitching. So while out and at work and stuff, and not as much stitching. Just because at the moment I don't really have any travel stitching at all. No projects that are really good for travel stitching. So I think I want to concentrate more on crochet and knitting, and therefore hopefully during the next year I get a lot more of those squares done. That's the plan, at least. And for my knitting, I'm doing a scarf at the moment. A very simple pattern, just the same 4 rows in repeat, and that's what I have so far. So quite a lot, actually. I'm getting closer and closer to finishing off this project. So let me show you how much there's left of my yarn. Yeah, well, still quite a bit. This is Merino Wool by de Frost or something. Yeah. And I'm stitching it with Oh, I forgot the needle size and I can't read it anymore. Needles. Yeah, so that's basically that. Let me show you the pattern. So I do have a lot of mistakes in here and I don't care. I wanted to try the pattern. The colors aren't my colors at all. Probably never going to wear that scarf, but I really wanted to try that. And yeah, that's the pattern. And that's the other side. I'm not exactly sure what's supposed to be the front. So I show you both sides. Yeah, that's that. As I said, I'm getting closer to finishing that, and I really look forward to finishing that. So I can then search for something else and pick another project and start knitting on that. During the last few weeks, basically since I finished Cinderella Rags to Riches, my last project where I hadn't finished my year and go on, I had no travel stitching project anymore. Nothing that actually worked for travel stitching. So I decided to just do knitting and crochet at work, and I did not feel like doing crochet, so I did a lot of knitting, and I think since that time I was somewhere around here maybe, so I did quite a lot. I'm really happy about that, and probably going to continue to knit on that for a while at work. So yeah, that's everything. That's my knitting, that's my crochet, that's my stitching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to start editing and uploading this video while at the same time I prepare for my parade, which will be a long video. And hopefully you will get that later in the evening today. So until then, bye. Oh, one thing. Video schedule. Basically, today is Sunday. So I'm one day early for my normal update, but I really wanted to have the clean cut between the years. So my next video will not be tomorrow, but the week afterwards on Monday, and then I will continue doing my videos on Mondays as I did or tried last year as well. So yeah, that's that. Now, I hope you have a wonderful 2023 ahead of you. Hopefully it's a lot better than 2022. And the world kind of quiets down again. But yeah, we will see about that. Nevertheless, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year. And I will see you in about a week.